Welcome back to Drift Delvers. It's episode 21. This show is now legal to drink, and for that reason, I am drinking some whiskey for this episode.
Very nice whiskey. GM.
It's going to be a fun episode.
Damn it, I could have gotten me some.
I just drank some cough syrup.
It's not too late, John.
Does that count?
All right, I'll be right back.
I mean, it's sort of. You got some scissors.
Not necessarily.
I got that lean. It's just like lean on the rock, straight. Straight. I don't lean, no mixer. Is what I'm working.
Pour cough syrup over some ice.
This motherfucker has a problem.
I take about a bottle.
I just pour some tussin over some ice, put a little bitters on it for some aromatics. Crush up a little basil on top.
I didn't put any ice on it. Obviously, I was looking for straight, not for on the rocks. But
he said,
"He said on the rocks."
I am the Snoop Dogg of lean.
I've got a little brain fog going on in my life.
Well, that's
right
what
now.
happens when you keep sucking down that syrup.
You're not even mixing it.
Sucking down that syrup.
Damn, you're right, dude. You're right. I didn't expect to walk into an intervention today, but here we are.
I mean, yeah, dude, this has been coming for a long time.
Yeah,
This
I
is
didn't
some
expect you of all people
ass behavior.
to get hooked on the syrup, dude.
Wish you could pass it around. I'll take a swig.
That smoky white devil's no longer in my life.
I'll do some, dude.
I'll do some tussin now.
Is this tussin? What did they give me? Promethazine. DM.
Ooh, promethazine. Ooh.
That's some pretty good shit,
Good,
right?
good.
Is it?
Man, that's chronic.
Get ready to robo trip, dog.
No, look, literally before we hit record, okay, I was before you were AFK, Adam, and I was reading the instructions on this, and it said take 5 milliliters, and I was like, all right, guys, I'm American. Is 5 milliliters a nip, a tug, or a pull? And Dustin said it's a nip. I was like, got it.
It's a nip.
I Googled it and gave him a picture of what 5 milliliters looks like.
It's just a little nip.
Yeah.
I put like 2 fingers of whiskey in my cup.
I would call that a
finger
tug.
Yeah.
No, it's more than a tug. It's 2 fingers.
So it's
bro.
a pull. So that's a pull then.
It's more than
It's
that
more
you
than a
should
pull.
do straight
It's 2
from a
pulls.
bottle. You know what I mean?
I see.
It would be
Like,
it would be a waterfall,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Is
2
it
fingers, right? That's what it means by 2 fingers, right? That's how deep the whiskey
That
is
much
in my
whiskey.
bowl.
Oh, man. And you have to take into account the circumference of the glass. You might have more whiskey.
Well, the problem is
it
it's
a
a
bowl?
bowl.
It's a bowl.
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
That's not the problem. That is the solution.
I just meant for your average
problem
calculations.
Is y'all are boring as
right.
shit.
You can fit so many fingers in that bowl, man.
Yeah, you're out here drinking whiskey out of cups like a chump.
I did 2 fingers of a fish bowl. It's like, so a fifth of whiskey. Okay.
Yeah. As is tradition.
That's how I end every night.
2 fingers of a tiki bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If y'all know what a tiki bowl is.
Yeah, I know what a tiki bowl
I know
is.
you.
Is
I
that
don't
not?
know. We're from Hattiesburg, but I don't know
Well,
if that's a
not like
universal
southern
constant.
thing. Yeah, that's a thing.
That
That's actually,
happens in other places.
Okay.
It's just that in Hattiesburg, when you're a teenager, you can go to this joint and illegally
and they're
drink a
not gonna
bunch of
card you,
tiki
and you can
bowls,
get
and they
tiki
don't
bowls all
card you.
day.
Yeah. Now that is particular to Hattiesburg South there.
Yeah.
Like they don't give a shit.
Also, their food sucks.
Which place? Which place was this?
Technically a
Kuko's?
restaurant. No, not Kuko's.
No,
It was like
wasn't
a Chinese
Kuko-
place, right?
Yeah, it was like the Imperial, not the Grand Palace, not the Imperial Palace, but it's something.
No, Imperial Palace is where the raves were.
I don't think it's still there. I'm pretty sure they're closed. So
Dragon House.
Dragon House.
Dragon House.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
yeah, dude.
I made the mistake
Are
because
they
I
still
had
open? Are we like outing them right now as like not carding people? This was a
There's
long
no
time.
way that's still open.
This was 20 years ago.
Yeah, there's no
I mean,
way.
well, I went like 4 years ago.
Oh
like,
no!
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like back. Y'all won't know what this means, but back when Colt lived with me, we decided to. It was not
That son of a bitch.
Yeah, fair. we did not go to drink tiki bowls. We were in a hurry, and we're like in that part of town, and we're like, where can we get some food? And we were like, well, let's run by Dragon House real quick. So we went and got food and like a beer. We didn't get a tiki bowl, and then left, and it was like, that fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Because
It's got a
the
3.3 on Yelp. You know,
food
Yep,
only
I just pulled that
exists,
up.
okay, to serve as a pretext for why they're going to serve you a tiki bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
I think they're
it's like
still open, dude.
yeah, they're still open.
Yeah, they are. They
Wow.
are. They got a 2.6 on this one rating site.
Maybe they started carding people, and that's why they're getting
Probably.
low ratings.
Probably.
Teenagers are like,
the only
I've
reason
been
they're
here
still
for 20
open-
years. I can come here and not get carded.
I think the only reason that they're still open is because underage people go there. You know, like that's their customer base that's been supporting them this whole time. Yeah, they got 4.1 on Google.
Yeah, but also in other places they have much lower scores.
Yeah,
Well, anyway, I'm not trying to get them in trouble or anything, man. I'm sure they're very nice people. They've obviously been serving the community
Well, statute
for a
of
long time.
limitations,
Okay,
yeah.
because here's the deal: if you grow up in a place like Hattiesburg and you can't drink underage, you're gonna find worse things to do to occupy your time. So, I feel that Dragon House has been serving the community, meeting a need for a long time.
All right, you're pro underage drinking. I got it.
I am not. I am absolutely not. I'm absolutely not. But they're not
I am in a manner
if
of
you look
speaking.
16 years, I'm not going to serve you, dude. I'm talking about for the people who are like in college, because I didn't start going to Dragon House till I was in college. You know. Mm-hmm. But I was getting pissed drunk in fields with Heath from the time that we were 15 or 16 years old. So I cannot judge. Don't underage drink, but if you do, I
do it
can't-
responsibly.
Do it responsibly. Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's all I'm trying to say, dude. Damn.
Yeah, I got you there.
Yeah,
dude. That
so
helps
To
you
me,
out.
as a morally...
We're just messing with you.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember
We're
the
over
first
here
time y'all
mean
got
you're
drunk?
the one freaking out, bro. You're the one freaking out, man.
Man,
Hey,
listen.
You need to
I
lay off
have a
that
job.
testing, bro.
I have a job that, like, I don't want to get in trouble with, I guess, you know? I don't want to get
Shit.
called to HR and say, you have to listen to your podcast for the first time in 5 years. And you're advocating underage drinking? What are
And
you...
they started on episode 21 of Drift Commerce.
Also, we're now being sued by Dragon House.
Yeah. And this was the end of STF.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, maybe we should just cut this whole section.
Oh, it's not getting cut.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's fine.
Do y'all remember the first time y'all like drank? Like the first time? Yeah.
Well,
I mean, y'all are like, 15, 16 in a field getting drunk. I'm like, first time I drank was 21 years old at an anime convention.
Lame.
yeah.
Square, dude.
I mean,
What a square.
that tracks though, because like I went to me and Zach both went to high school with Dustin, and it's funny because we're such good friends now. And I thought about it because I was talking to my grandma the other day, like who I was going to play Malevolence with or whatever. And I was like, you know, Dustin, Robinette, we went to school together. And then I thought about it. I was like, we did not speak a single time when I was in high school. Not one time until I was 20.
I think that we did Dustin through Dane. I think I'm pretty sure there was a couple of Halo tournaments or something that we went to at Dane's
Oh, hell yeah.
house. You
Those
know,
were some good times.
yeah.
But like, yeah, in high school, I didn't really care about how high school or going to school. I just coasted through, you know. And I was still, you know, in deep with the tism, trying to like cope and try to
Try
be
to
a
figure it
human,
out.
you know.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I didn't really kind of unwind and unfurl
Justin,
until like college.
If I may say, you have done quite a good job of developing as a human. I think you might be the best of us, at
probably
least
the
on this
best
call.
I think
human.
that's
I
an
know.
easy claim to make, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Dustin,
No, it's true.
You have a garden. Okay, that you grow your own food that you feed your family with. You know
Just
what I'm
all
saying?
over a bar.
What do you
Just
mean?
all over a bar. You have to be the best of this group. Is just have a garden.
Well, like, look, I mean,
grow things.
Two things are true, right? Is that there is a low bar to clear to be better than all of us, but also
don't know about
you
that.
are objectively an awesome person. You know?
Yeah, we love you, man. I mean, that's all it
Love
is.
y'all
We're just
too.
gassing you up, dog.
And y'all have amazing qualities that I don't have. And, I aspire to kind of, Heath, for one, he's like got the gift of gab, He's all about, coming up with things off the top of his head, where I'm like, man, that was good, You got it.
You don't have to gas us up, dude.
That was a very polite way to say I won't shut the fuck up.
You don't have to do that. But we just,
No, go ahead. I'll take it.
No. I need this.
It's been a tough couple of days this year.
Yeah.
Can hear something nice.
Man.
That'd be okay.
You know the saying, like, you are the average of the people that you hang around. And I feel that's true. Like, y'all are just a bunch of amazing people, and it's a joy to be around y'all. And y'all heighten my life. So
I think it's all lies.
It sounds real nice for the recording, though, Dustin. But
Yeah, no, it does.
we know how
it
you
does.
really feel, man. It's okay.
Yeah,
I
like,
know. Fuck you.
If y'all read the emails that Dustin sent me, you would not.
They're filthy.
They're terrible. It's just like cussing
Different
me
side
out.
of this man.
Yeah, just cussing me out in the dirtiest language you can imagine. It's just so crass and mean.
I must have been hacked.
Yeah.
You said things that only you would know, Dustin. How would a hacker know about my birthmark in that special place?
Oh my goodness. It's shaped like Utah.
You talking about
Yep.
your taint mole?
Yeah. Well, now you're putting it out there for everybody. Now hackers are going to all be blowing me up, dude. I'm not going to know who's who.
Talking about your taint mole. Where's the worst place you'd want to have a secret mole, right? Like your taint, your asshole,
It may not be so bad because you don't ever
Right-
see it. But
right
if people know about it because you've shown it to them, that's a pretty bad place to be like, hey, check out this mole.
Check out my taint mole,
It's
dude.
okay to have a taint mole. It's not good for a lot of
show
people
your
to
friends.
actively know about it.
If you can't see it, I'll spread it for you.
Will you touch it just to make sure it's okay? You think I should get this checked out?
Giordano's
high
gonna have a
quality
field
banter.
day with this episode.
You never know what turn things are going to take here.
Dude, it's the whiskey GM effect. Even though I had nothing to do with this, it's just something about the whiskey GM effect where the episode starts getting crazy. It starts getting off the rocker.
Yeah.
Which I can't really do because of my taint mole.
I'm crazy right now.
Rocking chair.
It's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it hurts.
Dude,
Literally can't sit down.
listen, anybody out there that's got a taint mole, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too, dude. I feel you.
Yeah,
It's
like that.
rough.
Like that's
Yeah.
please,
But you're doing pretty good because we don't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing better than I am.
That's really
'cause
good.
now
You're doing
everybody-
better than Adam because I don't know about your taint mole.
And if you're upset about it, go to the dermatologist, spread those cheeks, let them burn it right off,
Dude, I had some moles on my neck when I was younger that I got burned off, and that was extremely effective and very painless, I will say. I don't
Nice.
know about on a taint now, but on my neck, it was all good,
I have a mole right on my throat.
Oh, yeah. See, I had two of them.
Get that shit burned, bro.
It's fine.
Burn it right off.
I don't need that.
What I love about this banter is that all of our listeners are uncertain if we were joking about my taint mole or
taint
not.
mole?
Yeah, they are having to wonder if I actually have one and mad that they are even thinking about that. And you're welcome. That's what we here at STF do
It's
for
all
you.
about. It's what it's
Well,
all
I
about,
did not
really.
have any of that insecurity. I know for a fact. He's got a taint mole. I synced it.
After a
Gen Con was crazy, bro.
After 2 fingers with so whiskey, Adam will
Yeah.
be glad to show you his taint mole.
Yeah, man.
Brings out that fishbowl, you're gonna see a taint mole.
Damn.
How many brand new sentences have been uttered in the last
A lot.
Brings out the fishbowl, you're gonna see the taint mole.
That's a t-shirt.
You were asking me to write a song
hope not.
earlier. You're a poet.
I didn't even know it.
I never want to see that on a T-shirt. Like, first of all, who's gonna wear that?
Who's that for?
Yeah, who's that for?
Well, if we got Sawyer airbrushed on it, you think G-Unit would wear it?
Not if it said stuff about taint moles. Probably
Just
not.
put it on the back of the shirt. Just tell her to wear it.
We'll write it up in Spanish.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Also,
There you go. There you go.
I regret to inform you, she fell off a Lost pretty hard.
Oh,
Yeah, it
that's
started
sad.
getting too weird for her, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I figured that would have happened at
when
the
it starts
like
getting
polar
good,
bear
though,
point.
you know, when
Mm-hmm.
it starts getting weird.
I agree, but that's the difference in the perspective of me or you and
Sure.
my 80-year-old grandmother.
You make a compelling point. Yeah.
Yep.
Owen is like halfway through season 5 already.
Hell
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He did
So
not
he's
fall
into
off
it, huh?
He's into it.
That's awesome.
Well, she made it through like 3.5 seasons, so I mean, kudos just for doing that.
But yeah, but like, okay, like is when it gets really good, you know?
Right. Yeah.
He's just like, I
that's
don't
when.
understand.
That's
Well-
like the hatch and all that shit, isn't it?
No, Hatch is season 2.
Two.
Season 3
Is
when
the commune that's on the island?
yeah, this is when you get first introduced to the others.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like for real, you know, like like the
People are
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Right. Speaking of shows that have infuriating cliffhangers, this was one of those.
I was gonna say we're off
Last
the
time.
rails so bad
Yeah.
because of your guilt about that cliffhanger and my going crazy about it. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you know, every now and then I'll pull out one of those dastardly ones, and I think that's like kind of at the top of the meanest ones.
I mean
that
that's
I've
a
done.
good one though. Like I feel like the meanest ones are the best ones, right? Like if you're
Mm-hmm,
gonna cliffhang, go hard in the paint. You know,
Right.
Right.
Lean in.
Zach, how did you feel about not being the victim of the cliff this time?
Well, it's a nice change of pace, but at the same time, Sayun could very much use Raya's assistance in this task. So I wanted to, get a little mental resolution as to what our next moves are here.
right? For
Okay.
what it's worth, we left off me jumping out, but Sayun's still just out in space,
Right, yeah.
so-
Well,
Yeah.
he's got a. Oh, he went up to a monk, right? He has reached the monk. He's going to have to try to grab him next turn. But there's another monk out there, which is who Raya is going after. And there's also a giant black hole that's pulling things in with the gravitational vortex. There's a lot going on. We got to get back into it. Heath rolled a acrobatics check for Raya to see if she could launch herself from the cargo bay of the Primarana towards the monk that is floating in space. Heath, what did you roll?
It was, well, with the inspiration, it was a 16 total.
Okay. You succeeded.
Oh, really? Nice.
Okay. All right.
It's like, well, Raya's gone.
And that's
She's
the
in a black
episode.
hole.
Saying to go after you.
All right, so that's the end of that round, okay? And also during that round, Gilderon was able to plot the incoming course of the debris to help Walter evade it. So we do not have a debris roll here at the end. We're going to start round 4 with Gilderon. Now, Gilderon, you are aware that you see the two monks be catapulted out of the Cosmonastery after being hit by the ziggurat. And then you see Sayun launch himself towards one of those monks. And then you see Raya, who you thought was on the cargo bay, launch toward the other monk. What do you do?
Panic.
We're all jumping out of this bitch.
Well, I want to go.
I whisper a small prayer to Desna, Desna, please safeguard my friends.
There is still the debris field to contend with, so you can continue to try to do that.
Yes, because at this point, I don't think me jumping out after Raya, or doing anything like that is going to help. So I will continue to do sensor sweeps and plot the course of the debris.
Excellent.
You know, it helps everybody.
It does.
Yeah, well, let's get a computer's check.
All right, let's do this. You know what? Since I have 3 inspirations, I'm going to use one.
Cool.
So here we go. All right, that is 21.
21 is a success, so you are able to evade the bulk of the debris that's coming around this cycle. Walter is up. Heath is rolling for Walter, doing those piloting checks where 1 of 3 checks succeeded. Let's see if we can get number 2 here. Let's get that piloting check with a +7.
Oh, I was like, where's my dice? That's a natural 1 for Walter.
Oh, no.
Oh no, dude.
Oh my!
I take it back. Let me roll again. That's fine.
Nope.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. He says, "Oh, the thrusters aren't strong enough. We got to give it more gas."
So why is everybody jumping out of my damn ship?
Maybe I shouldn't speed off, and I'll just hold position here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fail upwards. All right, Sipana, you're up.
Oh gosh, this has gotten really crazy at this point.
Yes, it has.
A simple tow mission, and all of a sudden,
I mean, it was never simple for what it's
it was
worth,
never
'cause it's
simple.
next
It
to
was
a
never
fucking black
simple.
hole.
I was hoping it would
Yeah.
be. Subhana was hoping this would be much more simple, and
You
now
fool.
all of a sudden, 2 fucking crewmates have just jettisoned themselves willingly, from a ship just to. Oh my god, this is so like me. John is just kind of like covering his forehead, just trying to figure out like what the fuck. And I feel like that perfectly resonates with what Subhana would be doing at this point. Just kind of like, what the hell is going on? Like it was bad enough with just say you, but now you right. God, this crew is
kids
ate
get
up and
back
crazy.
The porch light is on. Y'all know what that means.
Don't make me get a switch.
Don't make me call twice.
I'm going to take the tablet. I'm going to take it.
Well, we joke, but John, you could actually do this in game as mechanical aid or encouragement or intimidation to your crew that's out there.
All right, okay. So, yeah, it goes on the horn. What the hell is going on out there? Okay, look. If y'all get lost in how the hell are we supposed to bring this back in, y'all get the hell back in as soon as you can, as safe as you can. And so that's going to be I guess, an intimidate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a yes, ma'am?
This is Ryanoxia Tyro. I'm not available at this moment. You can leave a message, and I'll try to call you back later.
So I'm going to, since that's a skill, I'm going to go ahead and use a...
There we
What's
go.
it called? A paradox on that for a natural
nice.
20.
Oh, you rolled a natural 20 on one of your
I
paradoxes?
did.
That's
No, we're
dope.
going to have to start checking. We're going to have to start checking.
No, you don't need to know that, all right? Look,
No,
we
don't
don't
worry
need
about
more
it.
thumbs in the pie here,
Dude,
okay?
if I rolled more than one natural 20, I would absolutely let everybody know, hey, I want you to know I'm gonna
Yeah.
bust these out.
I mean, that's just a difference between you and me.
It is. You're right, dude.
So you can only target one ally with that intimidate. Which one do you want to give that +4 bonus to?
So I want to give that to
Walter?
Raya because Raya is in heavy armor and jumped out to the deep end of the fucking pool with no acrobatics.
I have a
All right.
-3 armor penalty check.
So
okay.
yes,
All right. So
Get your
that's your
narrow
that's,
ass back inside.
that's a +4. Okay, excellent. Sayun, you're at the monk. All right, now you got to grab the monk.
Okay.
Try to get him secured against you.
Yeah,
This will
he
be
sees
an
the terror
athletics
in-
check.
He
Yes.
sees the terror in his face, and will definitely attempt that athletics check, no problem. Okay. easy money. All right, it's a natural 16 or what is that? 23.
All right, that is a success. So you've got him now grabbed and attached to you, like a little carabiner attached, so you're good to go. Raya, you reached your monk. Now, this monk doesn't look as panicked. This monk almost looks like kind of at peace.
About it.
Yeah, like kind of willing to let himself go. But you catch him. You're there. So I need you to roll an athletics check to secure this monk.
Hey, you look very peaceful. I'm sure you've accepted your death at this point, but I'd still like to prevent it. All right, athletics check. That's a natural 20. Let's fucking go.
Oh my god.
Oh, baby.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see you.
No way, dude. It's not
Me
time.
again.
All right, so you got
I got
this
a
one attached too.
27 total.
That's amazing. Okay, I gotta go get my food real quick. Be right back.
You cliff-hanging asshole.
Man, they were quick, actually. They usually take about 40 minutes.
Did Grace get it?
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, Grace probably got it.
All right. So we got the 2 monks secured. We were able to avoid the debris field. We're now at round 5. Gilderon, are you going to keep up the science officer jam?
That's what I'm going to do. I don't think I can do really anything else. But yeah, let's do it. Same roll as last time, minus the inspiration, so that is a 19.
That'll do it. All right, Walter bears down with his tusks and his flippers and focuses to try to get some more juice out of the Primarana, to get out of this gravitational pull. Heath, roll that piloting check, please.
I thought for sure you were going to say roll that beautiful beam footage.
I thought it too.
Okay, a little bit better this time. He has a +7, correct?
Yeah.
18 total. I rolled an 11.
All right. That is 2 successes. We're almost there, folks. We are almost there. Subhana, you're up.
Okay. I guess I can encourage. Is there a point to encouraging? Is there any meaning to encouraging? The hell is Walter?
Well, yeah. If you want to give him a bonus to the piloting check.
Cool. Okay. I wasn't sure if there was going to be another piloting check on his point or not. Okay, cool. All right. So she's like sitting here, like, you know how people like chew their nails whenever they're nervous and whatnot, or just like, and in thought over a certain situation. Well, she instead is like picking at scales, on her hand and shit like that. And because she's definitely nervous about the situation. And so she's looking at Walter and his sweaty tusks, and it's just like, all right, Walter, look, we can't have them disappearing. Look, there's only so much crewmates that we can replace, So, look, let's please, I'm begging you, keep this under control. And what kind of role do you think that would be?
Diplomacy, man.
Diplomacy? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Diplomacy.
So... And that's going to still be without the 1d6.
Right, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, 19 on the die, so that is going to be a 25.
That is a success, so that'll be a +2 bonus to the next piloting check from Walter. And Walter's like, all right, you're right. Once they get back on the ship, we're out of here. Well, not far out of here, but just out of the, you know what I mean, out of the gravitational well and all that. Like,
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Just keep doing great, Walter.
I just love his flippers. Like, he's driving.
Yeah.
I know starships probably don't have a steering wheel, but I imagine that they do, and his brown ass flippers are just, guiding the steering wheel. hard
Yeah.
left, you know.
Yeah. All right, Saiyan. Let's get this monk to safety.
Okay,
You basically
so-
just got to kick yourself off the ship back into your cargo bay with an athletics check.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
10?
I wish y'all could have seen his face
man.
as he like prepared to say that number. That's a fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it in
Now, here's the
reverse,
deal.
Terry.
Here's the here's the deal. You still make it, but a piece of debris clips you on your way in.
Okay.
So I need a reflex save.
Okay. I'm pretty decent at those though, for what it's worth.
Yeah, just don't fail this one.
Hey, you
you'll
know
be
what?
all right.
Let's. I think I have some inspiration sitting in the tank. I got 2.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and use one of those.
All right.
Let's pop one of those +2s for this.
Let's pop a rage.
pop a rage. I'm gonna pop a rage.
Wow, dude.
That's a
That is
Fucking
pre-podcast throwback.
Wow.
It's a 23 on the reflex save with all the
All right.
bonuses.
All right. So you will take 1 point of damage. However, the monk takes the full brunt of the...
Oh no!
And it just knocks them unconscious. You can still feel them breathing against your chest, but it does knock that monk unconscious. The small piece of the ziggurat that shattered comes around, clips him, kind of hits him in the head, and he headbutts you. You take 1 point of damage, and he goes unconscious.
Okay,
But
I got a
you
little
make
flavor.
it
I got a
on-
little flavor thing
Okay.
I want to do. All right, so when that happens, like this debris hits, and it, like spins Sayun around, and he can see all of the majesty of this black hole. Like it's just like right in front of his face, and this that hungry stillness of the void, and it's so calm and it's so inviting, and for a second he is mesmerized, and then he snaps out of it and comes to and sees that monk, and makes sure to grab him. He knows he's unconscious, and start heading back. I don't do I have to use the cable, I guess, because I got derailed. I need to
Well, yeah, like you get
grab one
hit,
cable.
but the cable kind of stops you.
Okay.
Kind of get hit against the cable, and you can use the cable to pull yourself in. You're on the ship. All right.
Okay.
The failure just means you got a little bit of damage
gotcha.
at you.
Okay.
All right, Raya, you're up too. You're gonna do the same thing. You need to reverse course and head back to the ship with an athletics check.
Okay. This is worse than Zach's. Oh, no, it's exactly the same.
Oh,
I
Okay.
rolled a 3 on the die. I have a +7 for a 10.
yeah.
All right. Well, you take 1 point of damage, and your monk gets knocked unconscious.
Oh, damn.
Well, what? Don't I have to roll a reflex?
Oh yeah.
failing?
I rolled a 1 on the damage, so it doesn't matter. Like
You're gonna take 1 damage, pass or fail.
you're gonna take 1 damage no matter what.
Yeah.
Because it's like half, right?
You do
What
do
is-
a reflex
what-
save to see if you get hit by the debris. If you succeed, you take half damage. Half.
Right.
Half of 1 rounded up is 1. So-
Right. So you're gonna take 1 either way. But the monk also gets knocked unconscious. But you make it back to the ship. Gilderon, you're back up here at the top of round 6, trying to keep this debris off your ship. Now your whole crew is back on the ship. What do you do?
While I'm doing the computer check, I'm going to get on the comm to hear the doctor and just
Yes.
we have injured coming on board. If you'd please provide your services.
Yes, send them to me. I will take care of them. Yes, make sure that they come in one piece. I will take care of them. Yes.
Thank you, Zahir.
All right, wonderful. Well
Walter,
done.
get us the fuck out of here!
All right, that's a 16.
That is another success there on that science check. The DC was 14, so it's pretty easy for you to get. Walter, get us out of here. You got a +2, so this is going to be a +9 total.
Nice.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I rolled another natural 1 for Walter.
Oh, man. All right,
So, but that's with a +9, so it's a 10 total, but it's a 1,
Yes.
so it's a fail.
well, skill checks aren't automatic fails with a 1, but that is still a fail, indeed. Really, because all that needs to happen is we're just going to cycle back around to Gil. You guys can
Could we
spend
be-
your turns getting the wounded to the
Okay,
to the
to the
doctor.
med bay.
Nice.
Yep. Subana, if you want to try to encourage Walter again, you can. Just give me a diplomacy check.
All right, yeah. Let's see here.
I mean, we're just kind of going
Right.
through the mechanics at this point.
That is a 15.
That is a meets beats success. So that'll be another +2 for Walter. Gil, let's see if we can avoid some debris.
Do you have any
get
more
that-
resolve?
There's a shit ton of debris out here.
Well, he doesn't have to use resolve to do that. He only has to use resolve if he wanted to maintain the magical.
Oh, right. Right.
All right, that's a 25.
I mean, Gil is just killing it on the trajectory plotting here. All right, Walter, let's try again here. Just don't roll a 1.
Roll a different
I
die.
rolled a 2.
Oh my god!
Roll a different goddamn die.
I did.
A different
all
one.
right. Gil, Subana, diplomacy. Gil, computers.
All right.
You mean 11
Oh, that's
wasn't
nat
enough
20
to
on
do
the,
it?
yeah. Yeah, I aced that diplomacy check.
All right, beautiful.
That's a 10.
Yeah, it was only gonna.
I'm
the luck
infecting
was
you.
only gonna go so far. All right, let's get that check there, Heath.
All right, maybe this will do it. I rolled a 7. So, I mean, a 7
God.
on the die. So it's +9. So 16?
15.
16.
No, 16, yeah.
16 will get it.
Okay.
Yes, but
Walter's
you're gonna have to go some.
tusks are sweating like
They're
crazy.
sweating, dude.
Pouring.
You're gonna
like
have
an
to go through some debris on the way out because of that fail. Everybody, roll me a reflex save, please.
Can do.
Easy peasy.
Ooh, I rolled max damage on this one.
Oh, 25.
Okay, save,
19 for saving.
save,
21 for Ryo.
save.
15 for Gilderon.
Saves all across the board. Y'all take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Very nice.
And you guys have made your way out of the pool of the black hole. And you have the ship in tow. And for now, you have saved them from imminent doom. And once you exit that debris field with the final horizon in tow, Cora says, "Thank you." And then a different voice comes over the comm unit. It was very curt, right? Like, it's just like
Hi, Kurt.
perfunctory.
I'm dead.
Yeah, perfunctory. Okay. It's just a perfunctory thank you, as if it was no big deal, right? But this other voice comes on and says, "You saved us. We thought our contemplations were at an end. Are any of you hurt? Did your ship take damage? Come join us aboard the final horizon and let us thank you properly. We'd be happy to have you as guests, wouldn't we, Cora?" After a moment, Cora responds, "Of course, Master Abbot. Initiating boarding assistance protocols."
Sense motive?
On.
On a voice.
The
On
other
Kurt.
guy- on,
Yeah.
The Abbot.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I do have a rank. I have a single rank. I only have +1, so we're just fishing. Natural
No, you
one.
ain't. What are you fishing
Natural
with?
1. That's a 2.
You caught a boot.
Sprayed shit emojis
So
everywhere.
the same thing. This sounds like a great idea, or do you think it sounds like a horrible idea?
You're utterly perplexed by the entire situation.
These people invite us
look, that
to their
was-
ship?
That was Adam avoiding one of the classic GM blunders, of like letting you know what it is by giving you the opposite.
That's what I was trying
you know?
for, too. That's what I was trying for. Yeah. I was trying to get the correct answer by the way of the incorrect answer. You know what I mean?
I think, I don't know, even if they're not great people, I mean, we just saved them. I don't think they would be, they don't need to take our ship. We could help fix theirs. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm too trusting. I have had a tendency to be so, but I don't see why they'd want to do us harm.
Ryan, I have to echo your sentiments here. I think they haven't caused any kind of suspicion. There hasn't really been any red flags. I mean, they're dealing with a situation that they weren't aware of, and we just saved them. I think we should go ahead and go on there.
I mean, plus we're just a bunch of badasses right now. We can handle ourselves.
Well, there's like 34 of them.
But we're level 3. But
I will be armed and armored.
As will we all.
And
The last time we had dinner guests, it did not end so well for us. Have we've forgotten this already?
No, but they were like cartoonishly evil, you know?
They had mustaches.
They had mustaches.
And everything.
Yeah. We have no
Very
reason
well.
to believe these people all have mustaches.
If
Look,
anyone on the
maybe
ship
4 or
has a
5 of them.
mustache,
To be fair, you haven't seen any of them yet. They could have
They
mustaches.
could, but I doubt all 34 have mustaches.
what's the protocol should we discover mustaches aboard?
On site.
we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Say you nods at that. He nods in approval
We
of that.
shoot
Yeah.
them in the face as soon as we see. Now there has to be a uniformity of mustaches, right? You see one guy with a mustache out of 12 with not on site, you know.
Maybe we
Yeah,
should
very
fashion
well.
some kind of mustaches for ourselves, you know? Just in
send
case.
us-
We see a mustache, we can put the mustache on.
We get on the
blend in.
comms.
Let's
We get on the
blend
comms.
in.
It's like, all right, we need selfies of every one of you right now. Take your cell phone.
If there are perhaps but a few mustachioed crewmates, we could isolate them and perform an interrogation to determine their true motives.
Torture them. It's like 4 dudes out of 30.
What reason would
with
you need a
mustaches.
mustache? Why do you have this contraband?
I love the,
How long have you had this mustache?
I love the dumb joke meta of our universe is not like the mustache is like wearing a swastika at this point.
We had a traumatic experience, you know. We're a little gun shy of a
I'll never
mustache.
trust a mustache again.
Oh, but wait. Oh, but wait. And he like fills his chin or his lip, and he's like, "I have a mustache."
Yes, but you've a beard below it.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Gotta have the
guys.
beard.
So
The wholesome jovialness of the beard counteracts the potential evil that the mustache can present.
I must create like a study about this. There's got to be something about this.
I swear,
It could also
y'all's
be
cornbread ain't
post-traumatic
all
stress
done in the
disorder.
Middle
Who's to say, really?
Okay.
All right.
so
Anyway, I guess so.
what-
We got to board the ship, right? Like we got.
If you would like to, yeah.
Yeah, let's
So
do it.
I just want to keep joking about mustaches. Josh is gonna hate this if he listens to this show.
Okay, so you do get on the ship, yes?
Yes.
All right. So you can the dockings goes on to like this kind of middle part of the ship, like as far as floors go. So Cora initiates these docking procedures and docks you to the like an airlock, kind of in the middle cross section of the ship. And if remind you that a lot of part of the ship has been destroyed, and there's like gaping holes in big portions of the ship. And when you dock, it comes on. The door opens and you can step into the Final Horizon. And the Final Horizon is a bulk freighter, so it's about 1,000 feet long. You know that it's 3 centuries old, has like Gothic architecture that looks like a church made of rusted iron girders. There used to be many, many more monks on here, according to your histories and stuff, but it's kind of down to just a few. You find yourself attached to the second deck, and as you step on to the Final Horizon, you see that the lighting is dim. The ceilings are about 10 feet high. Inside is just as Gothic and industrial as the outside, with pointed arches connecting various rooms. It's like all rusted metal. Like it looks like it's very old and hasn't been kept up very well.
This place is a tetanus lawsuit
Yes.
waiting to happen.
Yeah, and so when you get on the ship, Cora speaks over the ship's comms. So it just, her voice kind of emanates from everywhere and says, "For your safety, all life forms that need to breathe should maintain environmental protections until damage to the ship is repaired. Thank you for complying." And then she instructs you to go to the bridge to meet Talaris. She says, "Talaris will receive you at the bridge. It is this direction." She points you in the right direction using some like lights, some little track lights, and so you can follow that. And when you do, once you get in the bridge, let's put you on a map. How's that sound?
Yeah, I'm agreeable to that.
Once you get to the bridge, you see an elderly Kasatha standing before you that looks like this. I'm going to show you, but I have some things to say, then you can talk about it, all right? But that way you can see this as we go. So, an elderly Kasatha dressed in simple black robes stands at a console on the ship's bridge. He says, "Welcome, travelers. I am Abbot Talaris, a humble servant of my brethren. I'd be nothing without our dear Cora, of course." He smiles warmly and waves his arms to indicate the ship around him. "I believe you've already become acquainted with Core A, or Cora, as we like to call her. She is our ship's artificial intelligence. She handles most of the ship's operations and routine repairs. She's become a guiding light to our order over these long years." "That is kind of you, Abbot," the AI's voice responds, echoing from everywhere on the ship. "I will continue to fulfill my purpose by guiding the ship and its crew to the best of my programming." Talaris then addresses you and says, "We at the Cos Monastery of the Final Horizon lead simple lives with few luxuries, dedicated to contemplation of the stars and the forces within them. Naturally, we are all extremely grateful for your timely aid, but I do not think that your arrival here is mere coincidence. As the cycle reminds us, the universe is always in balance." And he kind of wants to know more about you guys. So he starts asking about your lives and what led you here. He's really interested to know what you guys know about the drift crash. How much do you tell him at this point? So he asks about you. What do you say?
Thank you, Abbott. We are actually a collective
Please
of...
call me Abbott.
Absolutely, Abbott. So, Abbott, I was wondering, Abbott, we are a collective of scientists that are on board of a research vessel, and we've dedicated ourselves to the study of an anomalous beacon that was associated with drift phenomena. Now,
Yes, the one that is orbiting Epsilon Station, yes?
that would be correct. at one point, correct? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Is the beacon still orbiting Absalom Station in this?
No.
Yes. it
Oh, wait,
is.
I thought you said this was directly after the event.
This-
That was
Right,
that
is.
was the previous jump.
So okay. To get your
Yeah.
timelines right.
Yeah.
When you jumped here to this
Yeah.
timeline, you were jumped to within seconds after the initial drift crash, like within minutes.
Oh, see, I misunderstood that as.
And then the drift beacons being destroyed happens a week after the initial drift crash.
Gotcha. Okay. Then, yeah, at that point, yeah, it would actually be less cagey about that and say yes. Yeah, that's our subject that we are studying is the.
Yes, many people have tried to crack that code, including us, and we have been unable in the last 5 years. So we found other things to research. But then we were brought here by the events of the drift crash.
Well, it seems to be an event that's affected everybody that we've come into contact with.
Yes, I believe that this is galaxy-wide.
Well, I can tell you that we're worn slap out from having to deal with this. It just seems like there is just one event after another, just cataclysms on cataclysms.
Yes.
But I do want to express that we are grateful for your hospitality.
We are grateful for your assistance in saving us from certain annihilation.
Well, on that note, I did want to let you know that we do have two of your clergy, if I got the nomenclature right, in our med labs that we'd like to provide them safe passage back aboard your ship when
Of
they
course.
seem
Thank you for
travel ready.
saving them. I did not realize that we lost a few when we were shaken by that floating ziggurat. Thank you again. Our gratitude for you knows no bounds.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, just run your scans one more time and see if you got any further breaches.
The damage to our home is extensive. It has been many years since we last resupplied. We may not even have the parts we need to get the final horizon moving again.
Cora mentioned that, or Core A mentioned that you were running on intermittent power. Is that still the case?
It is, but fortunately you've brought us to a position from which we may safely observe, contemplate, and meditate upon a fantastic cosmic phenomenon. Would you remain long enough for us to take stock of our resources and repair the ship if we can? Naturally, you're welcome to share what little we have, including some fresh meals that may be better than whatever food synthesizer you have aboard your vessel.
I don't know about that.
We have.
And Gil pulls out the culinary synthesizer MK3.
Well, I see that we cannot help in that matter, but you are still welcome nonetheless. Fresh food is always better anyways.
Well, we happen to be, as I mentioned prior, is that we happen to be scientists as well. So we would very much appreciate any kind of collaboration into your studies and see if perhaps they can glean any more insight as to what this predicament that we've all encountered. But I also wanted to extend any kind of helping hand that we can. We do happen to have a certified crafter on our ship that might be able to be of assistance to speed the repair work for your vessel.
Yes, the external damage sustained by our vessel is hard to ignore, but Cora also reports internal damage. There is personal and psychological damage to contend with as well. Many of my siblings were shaken by this ordeal, and some are injured. My friends, we have very limited resources. You bear us no obligation, and doubtless you have your own affairs to see to, but if you could find it in your hearts, which it sounds like you do, will you help us repair the ship and aid our injured and traumatized brethren.
Nah.
You know what? Get fucked.
Very well.
Yeah.
We will see.
Of course we will. Of course, absolutely we will. We don't turn away people that are in need.
Unless
It's
they
not
have
like we're going anywhere.
mustaches.
We do happen to have a protocol that we just implemented. Everybody on this ship will need to.
Well, as you can see, you can't see, but they do not have a mustache. I know that my mask covers most of my face, but I assure you,
Well,
there
yours-
is no evil mustache.
Yours would be drawn on.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has to be out on the outside. Yeah,
Right,
he's
right.
Fine. He's fine. He's clean.
Okay, so because of this impromptu implementation of this protocol, we are all going to have to request that any mustachioed individuals upon your crew are going to have to be isolated and then therefore interrogated by our security.
I do
Mr.
not understand
Sayed.
this protocol.
Ryan saying they're cracking their knuckles. Yeah.
I feel like we are misunderstanding one another very much here. This does not make any sense to me.
Well, hold on. And
We
she
have
kind
our
of looks
own
back and
trauma
is like, "Oh, so
as a
that's
result
not."
of the drift crash. Sorry, it's sorry, dude.
All right. Well, okay. I guess. And then looking back and realizing that they're cracking up was like, oh, so that's not a protocol that we're establishing, because she was actually thinking that was serious, just because she's gullible in that way, Okay. Well, actually, just pretend that we never said that. It turns out I'm going to have to align with my crew's interests here, and I'm going to have to talk with them about it.
Of the records of this signature.
Raya comes and leans over into Subhana's ear and is like, it was only if, like, all of them are mustachioed.
I wish we would have been on the same page before we got
It's fine. Look, it's the drift crisis. Everyone's going through a lot right now. It's not unusual to be unusual in this circumstance.
Yes, your Riforian is correct. There's no harm, no foul. But we all have our traumas to deal with, and I would love to hear about yours. Perhaps we could help each other. But in the meantime, it is very important that we get this ship repaired, stat. And that my monks, my brethren, are brought back to emotional clarity.
I'll call Lenny in the dock, yeah?
I would prefer it if the PCs handled this more than the NPCs, but you can do whatever it is that you want to
Well,
do.
none of us are doctors. You said you
It's
wanted
more-
a doctor.
I mean, I dabble.
I dabble. I took a point in medicine.
I got
can
plus
do
5 in
anything.
medicine. Come on now.
Do you have any further questions for me? I feel like I've asked you many about yourselves. I offer information about us if you so seek it.
I'm still recovering myself from some of the daredevilry that happened with my crew. So if I happen to miss anything, I'll be sure to let you know, but I turn it over to my crew. Is there anything?
Yes,
can think
I
of?
have a question. Many questions, but the one at the top of my mind is, of course, the drift crisis, or the drift crash. Do you happen to have any insight into it? Like what?
All we know is that I'm losing the Russian. It's hard to sustain. Hold on.
I'm enjoying it though.
The final horizon was on course through the drift to a stellar nursery, where we hoped to witness the birth of a star, a great portent for which we have waited many, many years. But an inexplicable wave of energy swept through the drift and hurled us back to the normal space. We arrived here, around the black hole, along with the detritus of countless planes. That is when you found us, and that is all we know thus far. It has only been 20-30 minutes, in fact.
Interesting. I mean, I recollect you said something earlier about a divine hand or divine inspiration that led us to you, or to you to the black hole?
The
What made you say that?
The cycle is all about balance, and we were pulled from our mission only to be saved by another ship of researchers, different approaches as it may be. And here we are, with an opportunity for us to see the inverse side of the cycle. We came to witness the birth of the star, but now we are seeing the void of a star. The void, the void, the void, the void. And it echoes through Saiyan.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry, I'm keyed in, okay, man?
He continues and says, yes, it was a fascinating opportunity. Isn't it remarkable that we sought to witness this birth of a star, only instead to find ourselves in orbit around one in its final stage, a cosmic devourer that consumes all that comes near. We've never before had the opportunity to study such a thing so closely. I can hardly wait to speak with my fellow monks to decide how we should proceed.
I've got a couple of comments. First, you said you were rescued by some other researchers.
That's you.
What?
I was speaking about
you. Said
you.
There were some other researchers.
You're the other researchers from us. We are researchers of stars, and you're other researchers.
Jesus.
You are the researchers.
Okay, never mind about that question. Apparently I misunderstood.
Nuances of Kasathan. Yeah.
Yes, there's something lost in translation. Yes, I apologize. My common is not so good.
No, and she kind of like turns to the whole party. You mentioned the sort of poetic oddness of the inverse, right? You're going to see the birth of a star, and then you ended up at a black hole, right?
Yes.
I wonder if there's any commonality between those anyone who has experienced the drift situation, because
I think we can safely call it the drift crisis at this point.
Okay, good. The drift crisis. But like this may be more of a stretch, and if I'm, maybe I'm just addled from jumping out of a spaceship and saving a monkey getting hit in the head. But it made me think of inverses. We were some pirates were trying to capture us when the drift crisis happened from our perspective. And pirates are representative of or synonymous with lawlessness, right? But then
yes,
we ended up in, hell, which is almost exactly the opposite. It's known for strict adherence to contracts and laws. Just feels odd that it's it's not a lot of evidence, but it's weird that it happened twice as direct inverses. And she turns to you guys like a little insecure, like, am I doing the the guy digging too much into the conspiracy theory, doing the Pepe thing with the conspiracy board?
There are no theories. There are no conspiracies at this point, just theories.
Yes, I do think that it is definitely something to contemplate. This cycle, are you familiar?
I am.
With the concept? You are, yes, I imagine that you would be, fellow Kasath.
He bows, to...
Are you do you follow the cycle? Do you live according to the precepts?
Brother, I am afraid I do not. I follow my own path. However, I have great interest in entropy.
Yes, I see that the void has touched you. And
Yeah, I mean, Saiyan raises an eyebrow at him, raising an eyebrow at him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's old Kasathan standoff.
Yeah. It's a lot of high context culture, okay? A lot of unspoken things happening there.
Right.
It's like what they're doing, they're just standing there staring at each
Game
other.
recognizes game.
Saiyan goes on, he says, You claimed you came here to witness the birth of the star before the drift crash, correct?
We were on our way to where a star was being born. We were in the drift, and we were violently ripped from the drift, and we found ourselves here.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the drift crash caused this star to become unmoored from its cycle. Perhaps reversing its polarity or allowing entropy to take over much quickly. Perhaps its entire life cycle passed by in the blink of an eye. Or it was inverted in some way.
Perhaps the mysteries of the cycle and the universe and the constant interplay of positive and negative cosmic forces. This is what we do here. We live in seclusion, and contemplate all of these concepts of the cycle. The universe is always in harmony. We just seek to find the balance and maintain it.
I understand, brother.
So, anyway, it's been a long day, and I'm afraid that it will be even longer, as the repairs must be dealt with immediately. A little bit more about the Final Horizon. This Cosmonastery was once a simple bulk freighter, but we transformed it into a place for solitude and study, with a library, training facilities, and a meditation hall. True, our numbers were once much larger, but 34 of us remain, assisted by Cora. She manages most crew functions, including piloting and navigation. You are welcome to explore the ship. There are no barriers. Everywhere is open to you, save the computer core. That is housed on its own deck below us, which is restricted to all but Cora and me.
Okay. The lower deck's got something interesting going on down there.
It's just a computer core, dude.
Okay.
You know, no big deal.
I bet.
But yeah, so he does give you free reign of the ship outside of that. As far as what you're going to do, right? The first thing you have to do is these emergency repairs. And that involves a few things, right? First aid to some of the monks that have been injured by the crash. There's the repairs to the hull. There's some recalibration to the flight systems. And then, of course, there's the troubled minds of some of the traumatized monks. And so these are things that your new friend here wants you to help with. So Talaris kind of ushers you, or like gestures to you, that the ship is free to explore, believes that you're going to help him and the rest of the monks on this ship. And that's something that we'll deal with next week, because we'll see you.
Later.
Okay, we'll see you.
Okay, we'll see you. We will see you.
We will see you.
Thanks for listening to the STF Network. If you want to hear more from us, check out our other Starfinder and Pathfinder shows at the STFnetwork.com. That's the STFnetwork.com. And support us on Patreon to listen to our bonus podcast, including our homebrew adventures and Tom Talks, our behind-the-scenes show. Stay groovy, possums.